Hello, welcome to Saturday Night Hockey Talk and the first period live stream of the New York Rangers at Montreal Canadiens. So nobody's in yet, but I'll talk to people who will watch this on the replay. So we're going to live stream the first period of the New York Rangers Montreal Canadiens hockey game, and so I'm on about a half hour before. I always do Saturday Night Hockey Talk. Hey, King Angus, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. Oh, there's 3 people already. So, who's that? Twin Sniper 87. Hey, bud, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. David, woohoo! David's here. David's always here. David's one of those guys I can count on to be here. And if he can't be here, he'll always check in to say, hey, I can't make it. Way to go. Thanks for coming in, guys. So, lots to talk about. I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about? I got a couple things I want to bring up that are my own things, but I don't know. You want my opinion on the Babcock firing? I haven't really talked about it because it's Toronto Maple Leafs. I was kind of calling that he might get fired. In some comments to some of the people, I don't make Toronto Maple Leafs videos. So, hey, 7 people in already. Hey, everybody. Oops, I said that and then it dropped. Maybe I should stop talking. So I don't know, Babcock. Look, the team was sucking. When a team sucks like that, you don't fire. You don't. Hey Joe, you don't get rid of your players because that's you might do 1 or 2, but in general you're going to get rid of the coach. And I think it was time. I think the players in Toronto weren't listening to the coach too much. We'll see how it goes. I don't think it's the solution totally because it wasn't just the coach. The team is not, in my opinion, when you build your team around 5 or 6 guys that are so high paid, 3 of them especially, and you can't fill out a full roster properly, then you're going to have a sucky team, no matter who's the coach, really, right? So I think we're going to see Toronto have a bit of an upswing for a little while. I don't know how long that'll last, but the honeymoon will be over and they'll get back to, and, we'll see what happens. Yeah, John, I was just actually talking about Lucifero. Hi, MJ. Hi, I was just talking about that. He got fired because the team stopped playing for him. I email you, but I guess you didn't do. I do email. My email. Sorry, John. I'll get back to you in a sec. David, my email is in the description of all my videos now. I have not come across your email, but I haven't been on for a couple of days. I've been really busy. So it's probably there, and I just haven't read my emails yet. I will read them though. Sometimes I don't go on and check my email every day, but I do check my email, so no problem. And anybody who wants to email me or whatever, my email is in the description. I put that in there a couple weeks ago. Let me get back to John now. Why did Babcock get fired? Well, I mean, it's simple. The team wasn't playing for him. They've got a lot of money invested. They need to win. First guy to go is going to be the coach. I don't think it's necessarily his fault, but we're going to find out what kind of play comes from the team in the next 10 games, I would think. Probably a 4 or 5 game honeymoon with this team, and then we'll see what happens after that. I see the hockey guy put up a video about Kappa on his entertainment channel. Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, but there's big news now. So Kappa was... As far as for me with Kopp, and I wanted to talk about it, I would appreciate it if you guys would go to to Twitter, at Team YouTube. You can let them know what you think about them causing this, because they can give us an option for a general audience. And the point is that FTC will. So if you put it as not made for kids, when they check the videos, they're going to see, even though kids do come in here, I know there's some, I do know it, but I'm not targeted at it. And because it's sports, kids are interested in sports, but they're going to see the channel is not directed at kids. I'm not really worried about it. I really am not. Besides the $42,000 fine that they worried us about, they never bothered to explain right away that that's based on how much money the videos made. So even the big guys like PewDiePie and all of them, I don't even know if they make $40,000 a video. So I doubt anyone's getting a $42,000 fine. So it's not so bad. It turns out it's not so bad. Just that, anything I do, I don't I don't do anything against that regulation because I don't collect any information. I have just a channel on YouTube. They collect information. They give me some information in my analytics and all that, but I don't collect it. So it really has nothing to do with me. And the fact that at the very least, I'm general audience. The odd time I might swear a little bit. I say shit. I might drop an F-bomb here and there, but not very often. So yeah, so I'm not really worried as much. That's why I made the video today that I'm a little pissed off at YouTube for causing this stress. You know, for me, nothing really happened, but I'm stressed. I was stressed about it. No need anymore. So let's get in. I'm going to... Oh, I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm doing this on my phone the hardest way. Just go to my... Just give me a sec, guys. Sorry. But, yeah, so the COPPA thing, but I would appreciate it if you guys have Twitter, you use Twitter, just go there at Team YouTube, that's their channel. You can type them a comment saying, like, you don't appreciate it, you hope they take care of it, whatever you want to say. And that's the kind of protest we can do, and they've already responded. They're doing something. They've already responded a little bit. We need more and more people to ask them to do something, and they'll get something done. Okay, so let me just go in here and get the chat where I can read it, because, like, I'm blind. And you see these? When I take these off, I can barely see. I can't read that stuff. Forget it. I can't even read on the computer much. So, have patience with me. What can I say? Anyways, it's my live stream. I can do what I want. Nah, I'm not like that anyway. Let me see now. Where were we? Yeah, see, lots of stuff here to talk. Okay, Joe asks, a bit off topic, but would you be interested in doing a video in the future about Josh Brook? He has just been non-existent, plus minus terrible, and he's only got 3 goals in 20 games. It's hard for me to cover the Rocket too much, but, you know, it brings me to a topic I wanted to talk about. Might as well talk about it now. There's plenty of people in here. I'm going to start concentrating a little bit on my Patreon channel. But in this way, and I think it'll be something that you guys might enjoy. And one thing I won't do is my numbers, like, to get the monthly numbers or fees will be low. I'm not going to go ridiculous. But I'm thinking of doing, since people are liking my live streams, I'm thinking of doing 5 live streams a week. And on this topic where you're asking me to do a video like that, I'm thinking of doing that through Patreon. So I will tackle topics that you guys choose, the patrons choose, and do them exclusively on there. And the live streams will be, you'll be invited, I'll have them on YouTube, but it'll be private, so you have to have a code to get in. And I'm thinking of doing that. So I actually would like to know what you guys think of that. If you'd be interested in that, and I should concentrate a little bit of time on getting my Patreon fixed up and set up for this. There's another topic on that, because I'm getting to the point where I'm going to be monetized soon. And look, quite frankly, channels need to be supported somehow. I hate to have, like, for me, I think all YouTubers at the beginning find it a bit slimy, I guess. I don't know what the term is. But in the end, I can't do this forever like this. So they have this new thing coming out. It's called YouTube stickers. So once I'm monetized, when I do live streams, you're allowed to buy them and put them up and all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to let you know about it, because I don't know, as a creator, I get special videos that are offered to me that inform me of all these things. I don't know if you guys get that, so just wanted to talk about that So like, if you want, maybe not here in the chat, but if you can leave a comment in the comment section about what you think about the Patreon idea, and if you'd be interested in that. So I'd be offering, like I said, pretty much almost every day a live stream, and videos not necessarily directed by you guys, but on your ideas, as long as I can do them and I'm qualified. I don't want to do bullshit. So if I can do them, I will do them, but it'll be your ideas. So when I'm hesitant to do a Josh Brook video on my own on Patreon, I would be doing that. So it's just a little hard right now to do Rocket and the Habs. But so anyways, if you guys are interested in that, I'd really appreciate it anyway. So let me get back to you guys, because that's enough of me. Just on the Josh Brook topic, that I read something today about how Alsner, believe it or not, Alsner's helping Brook get adjusted to being professional and learning. Now, Alsner might not be the greatest talent, but sometimes you don't have to be the greatest talent on ice to be a good coach. He might have coaching in his future. So apparently, and he's starting to score and do better, Brook. So I would look for him, from what I can tell, I would look for Josh Brook to have a little bit better going from this point. And I read that today. Nolan, sorry if I didn't acknowledge you. Hey, Nolan, Peter, Paul, Habs Club. Let me see what I didn't get here. Gally, hey, thanks for all coming in, guys. I really appreciate it. Let me see what I can get to here. Rangers versus Canadiens prediction. Okay, it's in my video, but I'm going 4-3 Montreal. They're very similar teams. Look, watch my preview. I know Montreal is supposed to be a lot better than New York, or, somewhat. But if you look at their stats, their numbers, their goals per game, goals against, power play, all that, we have an edge on them, but we're not that much better. The only thing going for us is apparently in Montreal, I haven't really tracked this, but we beat them. So I'm hoping that's another piece of the edge. But we have an edge. That's why I'm going 4-3. But look at their stats. Well, watch the video, because I give the stats and I compare it. And yeah, that's why I'm worried about this game. It's set up perfectly to be a disappointing game. But it's also set up to be a turning point for those points that we were missing to get into the playoffs last year. Very important. If we can win this game and the next game, that makes a difference, because we've been following last season almost to the T. They had a 5-game losing streak right at this point. We're 3 games into that. So if we can take these 2 next games and turn them into wins, it might make a huge difference at the end of the year. David, you don't hate Ottawa as much anymore. Hey, coming along. No need to hate, really. Well, unless it's Toronto or Boston. And like I say, I don't hate the fans, just hate the team. It's okay then, but I don't hate anybody else. Gally is saying Taylor Hall's agent has contacted Montreal. I would imagine Taylor Hall would like to come here. The thing is, I wanted to do a video. I recorded a video that was kind of crappy, and I didn't want to put it out. And I'm having trouble tackling the subject, but that's what part of the video is about, is Taylor Hall. Is he worth going after or not? And I mean by this, not is he worth it? Yes, he is. He's an elite talent. There's no doubt. What's it going to cost us? And will he sign here if we're going to pay that price? Because that price could be Caulfield. And to me, Caulfield's off the table for any trade. But who do you think they're going to want? It looks like they're going to want someone like Lehkonen, a first-round pick. We've only got one. Draft is in Montreal next year. You think they want that pick? I don't. So there's 2 sticking points with trading with New Jersey, and that's the draft pick and the prospect, because they're going to want a prospect in the top one, and that means Caulfield, Paling, Romanov, Norlinder, who I like. I don't know. I think Norlinder's going to be a surprise, along with Harvey Pinard. I like that kid. He's got 28 points in 24 games. He picked up his kid's going to be good. So if you don't know about Harvey Pinard, I've been talking about, check him out. Okay, I don't know how I got off on the topic of Harvey Pinard. But Taylor Hall, I like Taylor Hall. How much is it going to cost us, and what do we have to give up to get him? Because cost is going to be an issue, because down the road, we need money to sign Domi, to sign Suzuki, to sign guys that are coming up, Petrie. If we give too much to Taylor Hall right now, where does that leave us? It might leave us having to trade somebody, right? If we have to trade somebody, that causes another hole in the lineup, or the prospect you have to give up causes a hole in the lineup next year or the year after that, then you're just back at square one. And I don't think it helps. So it's, what does it cost you? And honestly, I don't know. I kind of don't think Bergevin's going to get a guy like Taylor Hall. I don't know. I don't think so. They might have contacted him, but it doesn't mean we're going to get him. Okay, let's see what we got here. Yeah, a lot of rumors that he will end up in Montreal. Is there a chance the Hall will come to Montreal? There's a chance. I imagine there's a chance. But I don't know. I don't think Bergevin is the kind of guy that's going to spend to the cap or use up that cap space that he's been hoarding. Not hoarding to sign necessarily an elite player, but hoarding to sign the guys that are here. And you know what? I want to give Nick Suzuki all the chance to be that elite player, to be Taylor Hall. That's his name? Yeah, I think Nick Suzuki's going to be a player like Taylor Hall. Whether he can do it this year or not, I don't know. But he's starting to come on. He's got 5 points apparently in his last 5 games. He has 6 goals, 4 assists. He's got the same stats as Kako with a better plus minus. In more games, granted, I think Kako might be hurt. I don't know why he's only played 17 games. They've played 20, the Rangers. So, but point is, if you go and do that, and then you got a lot of talent here. You gotta, it's not always greener. There's an old saying: the grass isn't always greener on the other side of the fence. And this is that, to me, is a case in point with Taylor Hall. Yeah, he's great and all that, but when he gets here, does it cause other problems, and does it negate? Anyways, I'm babbling on that right now, but I wanted to do a video on it. Literally, I deleted the video today because it was not very good, and I don't like to put garbage out anymore. I put up enough garbage to start with. My first 100 videos, first 200 videos, maybe my first 350 videos. I'm over 4. I think at 405. This one is going to be 406. I can't believe I'm that far up. Okay, get back to you guys. Okay, you guys are talking to each other a little there. Hey, I keep faith. I just saw you said hi. Hab Nation, I see you, but I'm coming down to you. By the way, Hab Nation, I just watched the Steve Dangle video. I don't know if I can do that. I mean, that's not really me at all. So, but I know what you were talking about, and I've actually had that in mind. That's a private conversation, okay, guys? Don't listen in. It's between me and Hab Nation. It's not you guys. Come on. Let's see now. Jean-Claude Etienne Hébert. Welcome in. I haven't seen you here for a while. It's not your oh, you're new here. I thought I've seen you here before. Anyways, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. And don't be a stranger. We do this. I live stream every hockey game, first period only. And every Saturday, 6:30 or half hour before the game, live stream right through the first period. And we love to have everybody that wants to come in. Galley, Montreal offered Primo Byron and a second round in 2021. Second round 2020 for Taylor Hall. Well, where did you hear that? I don't think so. Honestly, I don't believe that. That's way too much, first of all. Apparently, you can get him for one roster player and not a top roster player, a first-round pick next year, and a top prospect. That's way more than that. Primo's a top prospect. Byron is the... maybe. Wait a second. Second round. Oh, I see what you're saying. I don't believe they offered Primo, though. Although maybe. I guess Primo... It's going to be a sticky subject with Primo. Whether he's going to actually be around still when we need him to replace Price. I kind of don't think they offered Primo. But, maybe. I hope not. Whew. That's actually kind of shocking. I don't want to see Primo. Primo to me is one of those prospects I don't think we should touch. Gotta leave him there. You never know what happens if next year Price has a really bad injury. Knock wood, that doesn't happen. My head is made of wood, by the way. That's why I knock it. So what do we do? That's why I don't think they're getting rid of Primo. I find that hard to believe. Joe is saying he doesn't think we need Hall. Most probably we would have to give up Drew Mardomi. I'm not interested in giving up a guy like that for Taylor Hall, who will probably get injured halfway through. This is another thing about Taylor Hall. You do all that, take the risk, blah, 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 he gets hurt. He's a little bit injury prone. He is a little bit. He's had some big injuries. He's a bit injury prone. It's risky. I don't like it on a really risky chance. Like, if it's enough of a risk to give up what you got to give up, but I don't know. Sorry, I'm just read it. Yeah, okay, I got to concentrate over here. Yeah, MJ Hall will not come cheap. I'm going to have to go through some of these quickly because we're getting close to game time. Yeah, Peter, why not wait till he's UFA? He's going to get traded before he's UFA, though. He's going to get traded by latest at the deadline. Let me see. I'm trying to. If we let go of either Caulfield or Primo, we're doing something wrong. We can't let go of those two. Way too important. Now you get to see. That's what I'm saying. There's a few of them there. I want to add in two more, and one of them you might laugh at, but I think Norlinder might be one of those really great defensemen in the making. So I'd like to hold on to him. And for me personally, I just have this feeling about this guy. Raphael Harvey Pinard, I have this feeling about him that he could be, if not a top 6 winger, scorer, another Guy Carbonneau, or the next guy to replace Danault. I just have this feeling about him because Carbonneau had that big career in the juniors, big scorer, but he was good defensively, and I think Pinard is the same. But those 4 guys for me, I don't like it. Romanov, I don't know if I want to give up him. Almost anybody after that, like, I can see it, but those few guys, no. No, because how long have we been waiting to get a cupboard full of guys like this? Like these guys. And then if you start getting rid of the best ones, then the cupboard's empty again. Although I have to admit, we've got a damn good cupboard full. You look at all the names, and I was looking at something on Twitter where they had a bunch of them, and they still didn't even have Fonstad, Teasdale. People have forgotten about Teasdale because he's injured. It's a big talent. I mean, we've got a lot of good talent there. So I think we can keep those guys. And there's lots of other guys that they can pick from on the prospects pool that we don't have to give up our best. That's my rant for the moment. Okay, let me see something else to answer. See, Paul Guy is agreeing. If we get him, he'll probably only stay till July 1st. He may even be talking, I'll go to Montreal because he wants out of New Jersey. He really wants out of New Jersey. I really believe that. No. See, Hab Nation, I know you, Hab Nation, would trade Caulfield and KK. You already told me that. I wouldn't. It's not a hockey pool where you can do what you do and go in every freaking day and play for the day and make trades. You do chance losing players, though. You see, this is the problem. I wanted to tell you that. When you do what you do, you chance losing some of your good guys that you're going to need later down the road. But because head-to-head hockey pools, you can win with even some of the worst guys. You just have to know who you pick at the time you pick them, that they're on a hot streak, and you can get through. I agree with you. But you could get screwed also. And here's that case where if you give up all our good guys, down the road, we're going to suffer. If you give up 2-3 good quality guys to get a guy like Taylor Hall, down the road, we will suffer because that's just the mathematics of it. And I don't like doing that. And since right now, listen, personally, I'm going to be honest here. If they miss the playoffs this year, it isn't going to kill me. Because I know next year they're going to be better. So as long as they make a good run for it, they've tried, they did everything they could, and it's a better team. And we do a better team and better depth. So I don't think they're going to miss the playoffs, but they could. They could. It's not going to kill me. I'm going to still be there and thinking they're going to win next year and be in the playoffs because of these prospects that Hab Nation wants to give away for other guys that are, the grass is greener on the other side of the fence till you climb the fence and realize, it's not better than what I got. And we'll see that in the hockey pool because I'm at the point where I got 3 of them. I'm pretty happy with the guys I have. I'm not going to make any changes. You can offer me to the moon trades. I'm not, because I'm happy with them. They're performing on a weekly basis. I'm going to do good. Okay, I see Hab Nation put up a lot of answers to mine. Okay, let me get... Joe says Harvey Pinard was the only guy he predicted we would draft this past year. Was extremely happy. Me too. I saw they got him in the 7th round. I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it was the 7th round that he was still there. I was very happy. Hab Nation says, you Habs fans are all the same. Every pick is another Henri Richard. No, not true. I mean, yes, in general, that's true. That's not what I'm saying here, though. It's not. We have the players we can develop that are just as good as the ones you're looking at and talking about. But we have to develop them. That's all I'm saying. Other teams develop their guys, and if you're talking about their prospects or their young guys because they're not working out or they're not being used, it's the same situation as what we got. That's what I have always found. Now, it's not in every case, obviously. There's exceptions to my rules. But in hockey pools, yeah, to play the game, well, I'm not, that's between me and Hab Nation, but yeah, I play it to a certain point. I make changes, and then I stick with the guys I got once I'm happy with them. And I've done pretty good so far. Maybe not this year. I don't have the time to spend as much as I'd like, but I have up to now. I've done pretty good. Tatar and Deneau for Hall? Are you nuts? I like you, buddy. Okay, let me get back. Hang on, I scrolled up. I'm screwed up. And it's a couple minutes to the game. Harvey Pinard was the only... No, I read that. I don't think Caulfield or KK is the next Henri Richard, but we can't let go of them. We got to at least give them a chance. That's all I'm saying. We got good talent. We got to develop them and give them the... put them in the positions to succeed in. Because, look, you can get rid of them for other guys. And, yes, some guys, there are guys that are better for them. But you're not getting guys that are better for what you're giving up in general. Because that's not how it works anymore. You're giving up more. To get an elite guy, you're giving up more than you should in general. Especially at this time of the year, I believe that. Because I would think if you're going to go for Hall, go for him at the deadline. Because that's when you can get him at the best price. Because why? Because at that point, New Jersey's looking desperately to get rid of him. They'd love to get rid of him now because they can get the best for him, the best price. That's my opinion. Jean-Claude is saying Suzuki will be great, but not as good as Taylor Hall. I don't agree with that. See, Taylor Hall, look, he's on pace for 70 points. Yes, with a bad team, I'll give you that. So maybe it's 80, 90. I personally do believe Nick Suzuki is a talent that can get up to those numbers. That's my belief. I may be wrong, of course, but that's my opinion, and this is what I love about this stuff. We can all give our opinions, and guess what? If there's 6 of us in the damn room, there are going to be 6 goddamn different opinions. But that's fun. So that's my opinion. That's why I think Suzuki has that level of talent. He's going to be our first-line center with KK behind him and Paling behind him in 5 years. That's what I believe. Will it 100% work out? I don't know. None of us do. But does that mean that you bring Taylor Hall in and that makes all the difference and he goes on and he's getting 100 points? What if he gets hurt? He's injury prone. Then you can say, well, what if Suzuki gets hurt? Same thing. So it's, you know, yin yang. You got to give to get. Let me see now. You can't develop with less time. KK needs more time to play in Laval. I'm not totally disagreeing on that one, Hab Nation. But I liked what I saw from him last game. I did. If he starts to keep that kind of play up, where he's starting to make passes and looking confident and using the body, playing his defensive game that he plays, I think we're fine. I don't think he needs to go down. If he plays like he did before the Wednesday game, yeah, I totally think he'll need to go down. So in 5 games, if he's back to playing that style again, where he almost looks hesitant, yeah, game's coming up. Okay, I'm going to get my game up, but we're still going to talk here, obviously. So I'm going to start reading from here. So it's going to change. I might miss some people. If I missed any of your questions and you want me to answer it, we're still going through the first period. I'm not stopping here. I'm just not reading it off the chat. because I want to see the game. And I don't know if I am because it's not coming up. Well, let's see if I have to refresh. There we go. Okay, so I got the game up here so I won't miss some of the action anyway. And I'll scroll back and see if I can catch up to some of this. But remember, anybody here, you can go watch the game if you don't want to do this too. But I'm not moving till sometime in the first period, intermission. So we go right through the first period. So Jean-Claude, if you're interested, I'm not going away, so stick around. Okay, so he's Jean-Claude is saying Taylor Hall, he's an elite first. Was he a first overall pick? Okay, winger. Suzuki's a 13 overall, top 6 potential player. I understand what you're saying, and doesn't mean that you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that I think Nick Suzuki, and by the way, just because Nick Suzuki was the 13th pick, doesn't mean he's better. He's not better than Taylor Hall. He may be. It doesn't mean that. How many picks come out of the 5th round that are better than almost all the picks before him? There's been a few, So I wouldn't equate where they got picked in the 1st round necessarily to mean that in 3-4 years into their career, one's not, the lower pick is not better than the higher pick, even though he was the 1st overall. Doesn't mean anything to me. It's what they do in their career that matters. And if a guy is injury prone where his potential is 80, 90, 100 points, but he gets hurt a few times during the year and he can't play all the games and he ends up at 70 points. Well, sorry, he's a 70-pointer and he's injury prone. So you're paying for that 100 points that you're never going to get. So, think about it that way too. But you're not wrong. You're not wrong. He was a higher pick and potentially a higher level. But there's something about Suzuki that I think he overcomes his obstacles, he learns, and he gets better as he goes along. And that mistake, being lazy in overtime, I don't think that'll happen again. Oh, no problem. I'm not arguing with you. Don't worry. I respect your opinion. I respect everybody's opinion here. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I said we're 9 people right now in the room. We could all have 9 different opinions, and who's to say whose is right? It's opinion. So no, I'm just arguing and saying that why are we going out maybe and putting a hole in this lineup to get a guy like Taylor Hall? He might fix something up front, but what if it puts a hole on the defense next year because we gave up Alex Romanov? And we didn't get another guy to replace that. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. That's all. So, but for me, I see Nick Suzuki, sorry, but I really see Nick Suzuki as a number 1 center here, putting up 70 to 90 points a season. Depending on the season, depending on a lot of things, but I see him as that type. And you know what? He still has time, and I'm not saying he's going to do it. I don't know if anybody watches Lego Rocks 99, but he did a video the other day saying how Nick Suzuki could still end up as the 3rd in the Calder race, number 3, if he gets 60 points, and he says it's possible. He has to play like crazy, but we all think that he has that talent that he's able to possibly do that. Is it for sure? No, of course not. Season has to be played out and give him a few seasons before we're going to judge that 100%. But I do believe his potential is there. Do I think Tristan Jarry would be a good acquisition for backup over Kincaid, playing extremely well in Pittsburgh right now? Yeah. Can we get him though? That's the thing. But yeah, you know what? It might be. The thing is, what I was trying to get across was not that we have to get rid of Kincaid yet, but can we find some games that he can play where we're not as worried that he's going to hurt us, so he can get his game going? Because look, a guy who doesn't play ever is not going to be at his best, and he doesn't play much. He needs to play a little more. That's why he was brought here, so that he can play some games and give Carey Price a break. So that was my point more. But then if that doesn't work to kick up his game, then yeah, we might be looking for another option. But yeah, Tristan Jarry would be great But I don't know what Pittsburgh would want for him, or if they'd be interested even in giving him up. Hey, Jean-Claude, that's the idea of this channel. You got it pretty close. Like a friend at the bar. We're all friends in here, and we can have that that's exactly the type of conversation I like to have. Like a bunch of guys getting, girls if you're here, getting together, maybe having a couple of beer, and just shooting the shit about hockey. And in general, the Habs. But I mean, I'll talk about other teams if I know anything. And one thing here, if I don't know it, I don't talk about it. Yeah, Hab Nation, that's nice of you to admit that. But yeah, Suzuki's game is coming along. Look, it's not where it's going to be. This is just the beginning of it. And you can see the flashes of the potential, the vision this guy has, the potential this guy has with when he's more confident and had a year or two under his belt here in the NHL, and he's got Caulfield with that shot on his wing. And I don't know who else on the other side, but I'm seeing Caulfield on his wing, and those passes that Suzuki can make, and I'm just seeing, wow, the potential for this kid is amazing with the right people around him. And we have that. That's another reason not to get rid of Caulfield. Caulfield is perfectly made for a guy like Suzuki. And we want to get rid of him? I don't think so. So, that's my point. Joe was saying, personally, I like Kincaid. I think he's played well so far. I think he's better than what his stats say. I like his record right now. If he can get us points in any way, I'm happy. I personally like Kincaid too. I like his attitude. He's laid back. I like all of that from him. I like him to eliminate those goals that he should have stopped. And in every game, there are some. And that's the problem. That's why his goals against are so high and his save percentage is so low. Do I like some of the stops he's made? Wow, I see a tremendous potential, but he's got to refine his game. He hasn't yet. But if he does, he's the guy we need. You can see some of those great saves he's made. This guy has potential as a backup. And he seems to have the right attitude, personality for a backup. So I like that about him. So I like Kincaid. I just think that it's time where we need Kincaid to be performing. Price can't play this kind of workload all season, and then if we make the playoffs, he's going to be tired. He's not a kid anymore. Pittsburgh has Casey DeSmith in the AHL, so losing Jarry wouldn't be the end of the world for them. I think, sorry, I got to keep doing this. I think they would probably ask for a prospect because that's what they lack. Yeah, that's it, and it depends on who. But look, if we need to trade him, okay, but I don't think it's time yet to trade Kincaid away. Because look, that's what it'll be. You'll have to trade Kincaid. They're paying him $1.75 million to put him in the AHL. I don't know, and I don't know if he'd get picked up on waivers the way he's playing right now, or with his stats anyway. This year, Habs have a chance to make playoffs. Next year, they make for sure. That's what I say, Jean-Claude. We're agreeing because definitely agreed. I'm on the same page with you. If they don't make the playoffs this year, I'm not happy, but I'm not dying. I'm not going to kill them or hate them or stop my channel about it. You know, it could happen that they don't make it. It's very possible. So if that's the case, but I'm pretty sure you're right. Next year, they're going to be that much better. Because this year, even though the record right now is the same, it's almost like they played the same season. The difference here this year, they got more depth. They got potentially a better backup goaltender. Got Nick Suzuki. And Nick Suzuki, who is starting to show what he can do. So I think there's a lot better already this year. Next year, oh my God. And I'm hoping Caulfield will be here on the wing. Oh my God, I'm almost drooling thinking about it. Seriously, thinking about Caulfield on Suzuki's wing really excites me. Don't tell that to I don't have a girlfriend right now. It doesn't matter. Maybe that's why that excites me. Peter says, got to give Kincaid a little more time, my opinion. Yes, but that is what I'm saying. We need to find. I want to do a video and see if I can predict the games that Kincaid will get, and if there's enough games in there that Julian right now, who's not confident in him, will give him. So I might do a video like that for fun, just to see if we can figure out which games Kincaid might appear in. His 5-hole is awful. That, yeah, it's true because he gets a lot in there. Yeah, they got to work. I'm sure they're working on it with him. He's not getting any games. He needs to get some games to get some work in. Oh, cool. Hey, Jean-Claude, I'm taking it you're 59, almost 60. No problem. I'm glad you found it, and I'm really happy you enjoy it. And like I said, I do every game first period. So I start at the beginning of the game, do first period. And Saturday, I'm on, and this is every Saturday all year. I'm on Saturdays. But when there's hockey, I'm on half hour before the game, and we do the first period. And hopefully we'll make the playoffs, and we'll do that then. That's going to be exciting to do live stream on the playoffs, too. But I'm glad you found the channel. It's great. It's great. Hey, I don't, not to be a salesman, but if you haven't already, I'd appreciate subscribe, and then it'll notify you when there's when my videos come out. I'd appreciate that. Could use it. I'm getting close to that 1,000, and I'm trying to get there. Hey, what's that name? Shrekland or Shrekken? Shrekken Gordon Ramsay likes. What is that? Good morning. Oh my God, where are you that it's good morning? Because here it's at night. But hey, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. Well, the game's just about to start. We're doing the first period. And in the intermission at some point, I sign off and I get to watch the rest of the game, and then I can do my review. But hey, thanks for coming in. I don't see the whole name here. Oh, maybe I'll go check that out. That name looks funny. My kids love Shrek. Is it up? Okay, Shrek and Gordon Ramsay like shrimp. So let me ask you, that means you're from, is that Australia or New Zealand? I'm just guessing now because of the shrimp. What is a subscribe? Oh, no problem. Okay, if you're watching on, I don't know, are you watching on your phone? I'm not 100% sure. If you're watching on a computer, just below the screen, you're going to see a red button that you can press. It says subscribe on it. You press that, and then right next to it, there's a bell. You press the bell, and the top option gives you notifications whenever my videos come out, or live streams. Okay, I can look at it here. Why not bring Caulfield up now? He's putting a puck in the net. He could replace Jordan. Personally, I don't think he's ready yet. I don't really want to see Caulfield here. Maybe even not this April like he really wants to. He says if in the playoffs he'd like to get here. I don't know. I think next season is his time. I don't know. But definitely not now. I personally don't think he's ready. If he was totally lighting up the NCAA at 2 goals a game like I had predicted that he might do, that would be a different story. But he's not doing that. And I think he needs that full season down there. Joe, you're close to 100 subs. Only have 51 right now. Deleted all my videos, though, after hearing about the copy thing. Oh, Joe, why'd you do that? It's not as bad. I don't know what your videos are. I think I've been meaning to head over there and subscribe. If I haven't already, I'm not sure if I did or not. I'll try to remember to do that. Did you watch my COPPA video? And I don't think it's as bad as they make it out for us, depending on what kind of content you're putting up. It really depends. If you're really putting out literally kids programming, no, it doesn't look good for kids programmers. It really doesn't. But if it's, like I said, general audience, it's a little different. So I wouldn't worry if that's it. But I don't know why you shouldn't have deleted. You could have just made them all private or unlisted and then thought about it. So, because, you lose your videos. I don't know if you wanted to do that. At least I hope you downloaded them and kept them. Let's see now. See, hey, Shrekland's from Shrekken. Okay, is from New Zealand. I got it. Not bad. I got that on the shrimps part. And the way you talked there, the way you worded it sounded like you, with the shrimps, I said, oh, okay, he's from there. Cool. Hey, thanks for, Thanks for coming in and checking this out from all the way there. I guess you like hockey, which is great. Anyways, I'm here often doing this for all the games. So if you're bored in the morning and you can do it, come check me out. I imagine over there it's Sunday morning, right? Which is weird. You're watching this live Sunday morning. Joe, you're saying, oh well, 1,000 subs ranch. I'll consider it. If it happens quicker, then it's kind of like pulling teeth these days. There will be a celebration. I don't know if I'll put myself through ranch dressing though, but there'll be a celebration. That's for sure. Special video. Oh, okay. Alice Lagoon Hockey School. I'm gonna say that's Shrekland. Thank you, buddy. If that's you, thank you. Whoever did it, thanks. I appreciate the subscribe. It's well needed and well appreciated. Believe me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna celebrate. That's for sure. But I don't know if I'm gonna drink ranch. It depends. I don't know. If you can think of a kind of promotion we can do that leads up to that, I'd consider it again. Definitely. Now I'm doing. This is really good. I am now trying to use my mouse to scroll down on my phone, or I should say scroll up. Yeah, not working. No, Jean-Claude. Okay, no, you don't pay anything. There's nothing to pay. It's YouTube. It's free. There's nothing to pay. It's all advertisement driven as far as why it's free. It's free for us. It's free for you guys. So yeah, don't worry about it. Go ahead and subscribe. Don't worry about it. There's no cost. And I don't look. You don't have. For me, nobody ever has to give me any money. And right now, I'm not. I'm not doing anything where there's really anything you can give me any money. But I mean, it happens. That's what people do. But no, coming in here is as free as can be, like a free bird, like the old song. Okay. Well, Joe, it's too bad. I'm sorry that you did that. You would have been okay. So look, don't worry about your new ones. That's what else can you? If they're deleted, they're deleted. But don't worry about going forward. I'm not. I don't think I am anymore because they had, even though YouTube did not give us the option to mark them as general audience, the FTC has that regulation. The regulation didn't go away. So they're really only after the kids programming stuff and that. So they're not really after general audience stuff. So I don't think there's anything to worry about. So going forward, don't worry so much. And I'm keeping my eyes open for it. So if there's anything, I'm going to do a video like I just did today. I did one before. If there's anything to talk about, I'm going to talk about it because it's important. So keep your eyes open for that. Believe me, if there's any reason I think videos like yours and mine would be in trouble, I'll let you know. That's for sure. Okay, let's see. The game's on. It's less than a minute in for me. I'm about 30 seconds behind you guys, just so you know. I do have it on TV, but I can't see the TV that well from here, so I like watching it on my computer. And the computer, I'm streaming it, so it's literally about 30 seconds behind. So look, if they score anything, don't worry, put it up there. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me if you let me know. I'm used to it. I used to do this with a friend of mine in BC. If anybody remembers Patty Mac, we used to do this. He'd call and we'd talk on the phone, and I'd be watching on the computer, he'd be watching at home, and it wouldn't be lined up right, and he was always ahead of me. And he'd go, score, and so I got used to it. So it doesn't matter. And I hope you guys often to this game have to go, scored, and I gotta go, okay, good, goal coming up. Okay, let's talk what's up here. Hab Nation is saying if you delete your videos, it messes with the algorithm. It's like starting over. Don't do that. Yeah, no, that's what he said. He's starting over. He is. He's literally starting his channel over. And that's right. It messes with the algorithm. You're like a brand new person out there. They don't push you at all unless people start watching your videos. Because when you start on YouTube, I don't know if a lot of people know this, when you start as a creator, they don't really push your videos because nobody's watching your videos, which seems like a catch-22. But they push them like very minutely. So eventually you do pick up here and there, and as people start watching more and more, they start to suggest them and put them out more and more, and you build, and that's how you build, and that's how you go forward, right? Because honestly, I love my subscribers, and you guys that come in on Saturdays are like the most faithful of them all, honestly. But in general, when I put out a video, I'm literally putting it out for other people than the subscribers, because it's in general more non-subscribers. Well, let's put it this way: it needs to be, if you want to grow, way more non-subscribers need to watch your video than actual subscribers. Which is why sometimes you might not. They scored. Domi, all right. Hey, wait. The topic I was talking about, we can forget. Last live stream, who got the goal? I predicted Suzuki. I got it, even though they lost. 44 seconds in, and the live stream was over already, and I wanted to go back and go on live again and go brag, hey, I got the Suzuki goal. Too bad I didn't get to do that in the first period, right? And believe me, total luck, because when I said that, you guys picked the name of who for. I should have done that in this one. I did not even think of Suzuki; it just came to my head. So I get that sometimes, very rarely, because you see my predictions don't always come true. Very rarely do. So yeah. So it's 1-0 Montreal. Honestly, didn't see how the goal came about, and didn't even watch the replay because I'm talking on here. So you see what I mean? If I stream the whole game, I won't be able to do a review. So that's why the first period. I imagine as I get more used to doing this, I'll be able to watch a little bit, but I prefer talking to you guys than watching the first period, it seems. So try to keep an eye on it. Yeah, so Domi scored. That's his fifth. He really needed that goal. My God. He's been almost dormant for the last 5-6 games. Maybe longer than that, excuse me. So he really needed that goal. And I said Suzuki with an assist, his 11th point. Way to go, Suzuki. Get those goddamn points up there. I want to see him in that race. He is in the race, eh? He's 1 goal behind Makar and Hughes. They both have 7 as of before today's games. They both had 7. He has 6. He was right up there as far as goals. That Makar, oh my God. This kid has to have a drop-off at some point. He's going to have a slump. He can't be putting numbers like that up all season. Unless we got the next Bobby Orr out there, because those are Bobby Orr numbers. So that's a possibility. And I saw Bobby Orr put up 125 points. I think he had 25 goals and 100 assists. I saw that. So it's possible, and that might be what we're seeing in Cale Makar, because he's at a higher than a point a game. I haven't seen a defenseman since Paul Coffey do that, I don't think. And then before that, it was Bobby Orr. Bobby Orr, the greatest hockey player to ever play the game, in my opinion. We can argue about it, and you're fine if you say anybody else. That's fine by me. But in my opinion, Bobby Orr, the best hockey player, all-around hockey player. Bobby Orr could probably even play goalie better than a lot of the goalies in his day. Bobby Orr was a hockey player and a half. You wanted to keep the puck on a penalty kill? My God, Bobby Orr was a penalty kill all by himself. So let's see what happened here. Galley got knocked down. That's par for the course. So, okay, so penalty. Who's that? Is that Kreider? I don't like Kreider. There was talk about getting Kreider. Not here. Not after what he did to Carey Price. I don't see why they would want to do that, number one. And I don't see how the fans would like this guy. Just got to have a drink of my voice. By the way, voice, the reason why I didn't really put out a video yesterday, even though I recorded the preview, I recorded that last night. My voice was bothering me. Plus, I've got diabetes. I didn't eat properly yesterday, and it really messed around with my concentration. I was not able to do it. I tried to record. If you were here earlier, I recorded a video about Taylor Hall and about the defense, based on a couple of articles that I read. And one of them I'll promote it. He probably doesn't watch this, but Blaine Potvin, who is He's a writer. He's got a podcast. He's part of the Rocket Media sports group where the Habs guys are. So he's kind of in the Habs family in the way that I am. Not majorly, but I'm minor. I'll probably appear on Habs again, just a couple times a year, which is fine. Like I talked about it. So these guys are good. So I hope that nobody stop listening to them, because they're good guys, and I'll definitely be working with them again at some point. I just don't know when exactly, and I'll announce anything whenever they invite me on the show. So anyway, so Blaine Podvay, he put out a video about how Bergevin needs to go and get traded for a defenseman, and he gave a couple of guys and a couple of reasons why. Anyway, I kind of didn't agree with him. He's a nice guy too. He follows me on Twitter. I follow him. So I wanted to do a video about that, giving reasons why, I didn't agree with that. And the Taylor Hall video, there was an article put out on Eyes on the Prize, I think it is. What's his name? Matt Drake, I think the guy's name is, about why Montreal should acquire Taylor Hall. So I wanted to, and I couldn't concentrate on it to do it. I did a video that was so bad, it reminded me of my almost first week. The only difference from that video and my first week was, if you check, and if you guys want to do this for fun, I don't mind. I don't sometimes, as long as it's in good, what's the word I'm looking for? As long as it's not making fun of me, I don't mind people laughing at things I do, because maybe it's funny. And I gotta tell you, if you go watch some of my first videos, I was so stiff trying to, we know how to do Talking Habs, home of Habs hockey. I was doing something similar, and I was doing that, but I would talk, and it was like a robot. I just thought it was so funny. Anyways, you want to laugh at me, go back, watch some of my old videos. And now I don't even know what I was talking about. So, the game's on. Yeah, there's a game on. Senior moment. Yeah, seriously, sometimes I talk and then I sidetrack and I forget what I was talking about. Suzuki and Hudon are playing really good right now. Hudon needs to play good. Hudon's career in Montreal is probably on the line in these next few games. I like what he's showing, but he's always showed some good flashes. He needs to start putting some points on the board. Or he's trade material, or back to Laval. Back to work with Bouchard. But I gotta say, his last stint here in Laval, Bouchard did some good work with him, because I like what I'm seeing, and his decision making's a lot better. His overall game looks a lot better. So maybe going back to Laval might be a good thing for him too. So is it a good game? I don't really know. Oh, you don't watch Hockey Guy anymore, Hab Nation? So wait, so what does that mean? So you're gonna abandon me down the road once I get over into monetization? That's it, Hab Nation goes? Ah, I see. So that's the writing on the wall. The warning is right there. He wrote it. I love rooks. It's my thing. So as soon as I'm not a rookie anymore, and listen, my rookie status is almost up. I didn't really do the hockey thing till December 22nd of last year. So I'm less than a month away. I thought it was looking like I'd get to 1,000 subs before. When I started, I thought it would be a couple of years. It's not going to be a couple of years, but it looks like it's going to be maybe a little more than a year. Like I said, it's been pulling teeth these days, but it's okay. It is what it is. It actually drives me to be better, and I'm trying. Every now and then I put out a crappy video. I'm not really happy with it. It's okay. It'll go out. But I actually have a few videos lately that I'm saying, I'm really actually happy with that. My name is Rick, and the channel started out actually, full name was Talking Habs with Rick, but Talking Habs is a lot easier, and the with Rick part's not important. But my name is Rick. Hey, thanks for that, Jean-Claude. I appreciate that so much. So I really appreciate that. There's lots of great guys out there. Look, there's lots of great guys. I'm friends with Scotty to Hockey. You check him out. The Hockey Guy, I like him still. The hockey guy's great. He really knows his stuff. Hands down hockey. Those are the ones I watch mostly. And then like other guys I check out, but I don't watch them regularly. Like I'll watch these guys. But there's lots of great guys out there, but I really appreciate the compliment. Thank you so much. I'm trying hard. You know what though? You guys are great too, because if you guys weren't out there listening to me, I wouldn't have gotten any better. And most of it is just the comfort of talking to the camera, you know? And, you guys are just, like Jean-Claude actually said, it's like sitting at a bar with a bunch of friends and having a beer and talking. And I'm finally at that point where I feel kind of like that. And, it makes it a lot more fun. Ooh, Tatar is hurt? I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. Oh, Instagram. Yeah, the problem, Have Nation, for me with Instagram is it's done on the phone. I don't use my phone. If I'm home, if I'm somewhere where there's Wi-Fi, I might, like if someone's a friend's house. But I don't in general, like I don't have any data. That's the word I'm looking for. Data. You know what I had to think back to? Star Trek: The Next Generation. Data. So I don't have data plan. I'm on one of those old pay-as-you-go. I love it. I don't pay that much. I get just more. I get more service than I need, except I don't have data, and I don't really feel like being out shopping. And I got notifications and stuff. I don't really. I'm old. I know I'm only 56, but I'm really like 85. So gotta look at it like that. No, but I've never been one for that, so I don't have that. So what can you say? So saying that, I don't have Instagram because Instagram's on your phone, and it's probably the reason why I won't be doing Instagram. At least I'll say it for now. Things change, people change. I've changed a little bit. I didn't used to have a smartphone. I do now. So yeah, like that. Also, I should say this too. When's Christmas? So in the new year, you're gonna like the look of these live streams a lot better. The Prism, who I live stream through, and I might continue to do that even after I hit 1,000 subscribers because I like using my phone. And they have a new, it's an app, and I guess it's a new part of the app. You can plug in a webcam into the phone, as long as it's a USB. So the USB into that, I have a connector. I mean, if I can find it, I'll show it to you. Into one of these, into the phone, and it will use the webcam to film. So I happen to know, yes, I know I'm Jewish. But Christmas is coming up. Now, my ex-wife is not Jewish, so my kids kind of gravitate more to that religion, although none of us are religious at all. So we did Secret Santa, and I made it be known quite clearly that I need a webcam, so it'll come in that. I'll wait for that. And so in the new year, this will look a lot better, less tight. My videos is different until I get a better camera, but because I can only do the webcam thing into the phone on Prism. And if my computer allows that webcam, it doesn't seem to want to take webcams. But if it does, then I'll use the new webcam, and all my videos will be wider view, and then I can do stuff, especially with a webcam, because it's easier to start. Because I don't edit, but I'm actually thinking of starting to learn to edit, because some of my videos can be edited. When I do these kind of videos, as far as the reviews, previews, and stuff, I don't have the time to do editing. There's a time constraint. It's one of the reasons I don't do editing. And there's no need to be all fancy and anything. It's basic what I do. Okay, so Rick, stop babbling. People want to hear stuff. You answer their questions. Okay, Hab Nation, if you didn't see that, Jean-Claude wants to know what your Instagram is. He's interested to go check you out. I don't know, how far did I get? That I didn't answer anything. Okay, I know I'm being quiet now, but I'm trying to read. That's all. Okay, Peter, you think it was good? He said it was Kreider. Yeah, I don't like Kreider. I'll try to remember that number, that it's his. Although mentally, Joe, mentally I don't really feel 85. It's not what I meant. It just sometimes the brain gets these senior moments in you. But mentally, I still feel like your age. Seriously. Kind of do. Some days I don't, I guess. But in general, yeah, I'm still surprised when I look in the mirror, see how old I am. Not really surprised every time, but it can be shocking some days when you look in the mirror and go, geez, I look that old? Oh my God. I can dry my house. Crack my lip. Okay, there's a game going on. So the shots are 8-7 for Montreal. We're halfway through the first period, and it's 1-0 Montreal. And no, I can't do play-by-play, and I'll never be able to show the actual game because that's all copyright stuff. Scored! Boom! Boom, boom, boom. One of the guys that needs to step up here, I was talking about it in the preview. He's a disappointment a bit with his numbers. Just got his second goal in 3 games? Second goal, I think, in 3 games. Lehkonen needs to start scoring. That's the way to go. So that's KK and Armia, that line. Nice feed by Armia there. I'd like to see KK get an assist. All right, 2-0. Whoever called it 4-0 looks like they might be right. Somebody called it 4-0. I have 4-3. I thought actually the Rangers might score. But that was before I remembered, or someone actually made me remember that Montreal and Rangers, usually the Rangers in Montreal don't do well. So, we'll see. I'm all for a 4-0 game if that's where it turns, or just a shutout in general. So, Lehkonen is 4th goal from Armia and Riley. Well, it's not the primary assist, so it's not the important one. Doesn't really mean that much. Hockey Guy's first videos were about his coworkers and pretty ladies, and rebuffed him at McDonald's. Yeah, okay, but the Hockey Guy was single and lonely at the time, and depressed, and he did it for therapy. So he swore a lot, he talked about all kinds of stuff, and then he got a following. And the following wanted to hear his... that's why I know this, because I heard him talk about it. And the following really liked his hockey videos. And he got a lot of requests to do hockey videos, and that's how the Hockey Guy started. And I don't know what he called himself. Did he call himself the Hockey Guy when he was that few subs? I don't know. But that's how he started. That's how he explained it. So, for me, honestly, because of all that, I kind of tried to do that, but with zero idea how to do YouTube, zero idea how to be on camera, and zero idea how to plan what I want to do. I just sat in front of a camera and just thought I could talk, and no. Doesn't happen like that. It took me like 370 videos before I could actually do that. Just go. Now, honestly, I do a lot of my videos no script. It's just on top of my head. I plan out what I want to do. I research a little bit, write down things I need to know, but no script. It's just talking, which I couldn't do for 370 videos, approximately. So it takes a while. Anyways, that's what he did. He did it for therapy. And then he met his wife. Don't forget, then he met his wife. His life got better. He was getting subs. He was monetized, so he had a little bit more money coming in. And things got better. And listen, honestly, guy works hard at it. He works really hard at it. He's freaking knowledgeable, man. He's freaking knowledgeable. And he knows how to talk about the stuff. He recalls things. I don't know. I like the guy. And besides, he's like me. He's just a Joe Blow from wherever. That's what I am. So that gave me... I wouldn't be here today. Not that I'm anything special. That sounds like I'm... But I wouldn't be doing this live stream right now if not for the Hockey Guy, honestly. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't even thought of doing YouTube videos at all. Because honestly, I never had the idea until after I started watching them. I was bored and needed something to do. And then even that took, I think I did that September, so September, October, November. It was about 3 months later before I just said, I did a couple of videos talking about hockey, and weirdly enough, they were getting not like a lot of views, but say 20, 30 views out of what? So, and I said, well, maybe I can do hockey like the hockey guy, and that's how I got started. Literally, I got a few views on a couple of hockey videos. I was like, okay, I can talk about Montreal Canadiens. You know the truth about that is, I couldn't talk about the Montreal Canadiens. A lot of my early videos, yeah, I talking about them, but I have to be honest here with you guys. Not like I didn't steal people's writing, but I had to watch and look and read about what other people said about stuff, and then I just wrote it out in my own words. So it's kind of plagiarism, I guess. I don't know. And then eventually got me kick-started back into my hockey brain. And then slowly it got more and more me, and now it's just all me. I'll research stuff and I'll look up stuff, but believe me, I'm talking about it out of my head. So I like that fact that I was able to do that. So here I am confessing to you guys. I'm confessing. I'm not reading what you're writing here, but I'm confessing to you. So thank you, fathers out there. Thank you. Appreciate that. I should make it Saturday night hockey talk and confession. Yeah, but I did that literally probably for the first 100 videos. A little bit of it was me, but it wasn't mostly. and you know what? That's fine, because nobody was really watching that anyway. A few of you guys, early guys, I'm not saying nobody, but I mean in general. And it got me to the point where I was able to start actually being a real YouTuber. And now I do consider myself actually a real YouTuber. Personally, I think my stuff is, if you want to put it next to the hockey guy or hands down hockey, I mean, I personally think I'm garbage. As far as my knowledge to the hockey world in general, like they have, and their ability to talk better than me. As far as what I'm doing, it's not garbage, I know that. But I'm getting better. And I mean, now, because I watch every video I make. I watch it because I have to make sure I didn't do something stupid on it, or it's not hanging out of my nose, or, you know, my brain's hanging out of my ears. I got to push them back. So I got to watch them to make sure that I didn't say something wrong, just in case. So I'm enjoying watching myself. It's weird. I never like to take pictures or anything like that, but I'm actually enjoying watching myself because it's starting to get better. So it's a little bit of an ego thing, I guess. And you can't help but have a little bit of an ego thing here. I just try not to, you know, anytime I get an ego, someone smack me in the head. I tell that to everybody. Just, you know, I might say something stupid like that. Just give me a smack in the head or a look and just say, shut the freaking hell up. So, yeah. So, anyways, point being, the reason why you guys, I hope, are feeling like we're sitting at a bar talking, watching a hockey game, is because that's what I want it to be, and that's who I am. If I ever start pretending that I'm some special person because I'm on YouTube, please, please, please just tell me to F off. Please. Okay, I'm going to start reading a little bit of what you guys said. Yeah, Jean-Claude, us old guys gotta stick together. Because you know what they call us here? They call us now, the young generation, boomers. I don't know in French what the term is for that generation. Whatever the term comes from, boomers. But we're boomers. You're a little older than me. I'm right at the end of the boomers, so you're a boomer. But now it's a derogatory term. So we got to stick together and show these young guys. Now, if you want to know who's good here, Joe, he's a young guy. He's 18. I can vouch for him. He's one of the gang. That's not a problem. He tells dad jokes. He's 18, so Joe's a good guy. That's J-O, because there's a couple other Joes that I don't know for sure. They're like that, like Joe that way. But J-O, Joe, he's at 18. He's up around our age. That's okay. Talking Habs. This is, first of all, this is a big community. One day, I hope you guys connect and talk, and we're all involved in stuff. That's what this here is all about. Oh, three more. You know what, Peter? That's about the hugest compliment that you could possibly. And I know you're not. I mean, you gotta. I hope you have a hearing aid. If you're saying I sound like Danny Gallivan, no, you need a hearing aid, Peter. Sorry, you need some or better speakers or something. No, seriously, thanks for the compliment. But I mean, if you're giving me a compliment, but there's no way I sound like Danny Gallivan. Danny Gallivan, that's the greatest voice for hockey. My opinion. Danny Gallivan, man. There's nobody like Danny Gallivan doing. And even who's it that just retired there? Yeah, Cole, Bob Cole. I like Bob Cole. I liked his voice, no problem. But he wasn't Danny Gallivan. Danny Gallivan and Dick Irvin was junior at first, and his father passed away. But Dick Irvin and Danny Gallivan, what a great combo. Because I also love Dick Irvin for hockey. Great guy, very knowledgeable, saw so much of the old-time hockey, saw so much because his father was a coach. Wow, so much. So yeah, those are the guys I really liked. So yeah, call me Danny Gallivan. Not a problem by me. There is a debate about, Hab Nation, I hope you're talking about something on Instagram, because I'm not sure where if you're talking to me there. So I'm going to bypass it. I'm really sorry. Not well. I guess it's a fair question to ask me. Jean-Claude's asking me who my top 5 favorite viewers are. It's like my kids. I've got 3 boys. You could ask me who's my favorite of my kids, and I will never say that because I don't have one. And you know what? It's the same here. If you're coming on here and you're being mean and all that, then you're definitely not in my favorites. But if you're coming here, anybody that comes here participates and talks, and we all have a great time. Sorry, you're all my favorites. Because you know what? That's a dangerous question. And honestly, I have guys that I like and I talk to a little more than others, but I think it's more that because I communicate more with them, they're more active communicating with me. But to say that they're my favorites is very unfair, and I don't really want to piss anybody off with in the wrong, like, it wouldn't be my intention, but people would get pissed off, and it's not fair. So I think it's a great question to ask. And listen, you're here. We're talking and you're having a great time. You are in my favorites. So that's all it takes, literally. Because believe me, I've had some people in here that have been pretty nasty, doing stupid things, trolling. I don't like them, but everybody else is great. Does that say only Caleb? Okay, well see, just talking about that, then we get only Caleb in here. And so Jean... hang on a second. Jean-Claude. I thought it was Jean-Claude. See, only Caleb, just below your comment. See what he wrote? That's what gets you kicked out. That guy like that, not my favorite. My internet connection just said I'm a little unstable, so just hang in there, guys. Where is that guy? We're going to kick him out of there. Oh, he's lucky he didn't come up yet. Or somebody kicked him out and I don't see it. Or that's way... Okay, well, why don't you show up on my thing where I can get... Anybody out there? Have any of my moderator... Joe, you're a moderator, aren't you? Kick out only Caleb. Kick him out of here, please. I can't find him here to do it. Can you do that for me? Or somebody? I don't know who else is a moderator out here. I'm pretty sure I gave Joe the moderator. Hab Nation, did I give you moderator? Didn't I? Let me check. Hab Nation, you're a moderator. Can you kick that guy out for me, please? I can't find him. Maybe you can do it. You guys seem to be better at these computer things than me. Anyway, I'm ignoring him, so I don't really care that he's here. But I'd like to get him out of here. Wonder how Halak would do if he came back here. Honestly, oh, I don't think Halak would be good. I don't really want him back here. Honestly, out of all the guys that have been traded, that's who I want back. Really? I don't know. I don't know if it would. I don't know. Maybe that old controversy would come back about Halak and Price. I don't know. Are they friends? I don't know how they get along. And look, is Halak even available though? You think Boston would even make a trade with Montreal? There's another thing about it. I honestly don't think Boston would trade with Montreal like that to help them improve. I don't think so. You'll see that a lot when you're in the same division. In the old days, they usually didn't trade in your division. Okay, well that's cool. If he comes back in, if you see that name on there, just kick it out right away. I don't give second chances to idiots like that anymore. I've tried before. Paul, are you a moderator? Yes, you are. Paul is a moderator. Okay. I don't even know how the game's going because I don't have it on screen. Period's almost over. 4-1 Leafs. Yeah. Kachenko Tomlinson, are you a Leafs fan? That's cool. I kind of expected Leafs are going to go on an upswing. They're going to win a few games. When there's a coach change, first of all, usually that is what happens. There's a bit of a honeymoon effect, they call it. So for me, the challenge for Sheldon Keefe is not in the first 5 games. It's in the games following that. So I kind of think they might even go on a 5-game win streak. And then I think we'll see what happens. If they really do have the talent, I know they have talented players, but the whole team, if the team is good enough, yeah, they could go on the coach change could make a huge difference for them. And if you're a Leafs fan, hey, I appreciate you coming in, and I hope you stick around. I do this a lot. I do this for every Habs game, and every Saturday before the game, we come on and we go right through the first period. And remember something, if you're a Leafs fan, Leafs fans I don't hate at all. I'm not a big fan of the Leafs. I don't want to say hate because if you're a Leafs fan, I don't want to piss you off. But I'm a Habs fan, Leafs, big rivalry. But do I hate the fans? No. So if you are that and you want to stick around, please do. I know I missed a ton of stuff. I'm really sorry, guys. It's really hard for me when I have to read them this way. Yeah, I can't help it. So it's 4-1 Leafs. Says Barry scored. Yeah. Well, there you go. So we're good. Anytime you want to come on in and participate. I like to hear the other point of view, number one. And like I said, fans, we shouldn't be hating on each other. We can have different opinions. And as you probably know, even Leafs fans, same thing, right? You get 6 Leafs fans in a room. You got 6 different opinions about the Leafs. And it's the same thing here. Habs are playing great so far in the first period. Great to see after 3 losses. Yeah, cool. I figured that's what's going on, but I haven't been able to concentrate enough to know. Wait, Joe says, I just realized recently that Mitch Marner gets paid more than Jack Eichel. Marner gets 10.8, Eichel gets 10. That's sad. Yeah. Look, those 3 guys, honestly, are overpaid there in Toronto. If they were getting probably a good $1.5 million less each, would make a huge difference because that's $4 or $5 million they got to get in, bring in another defenseman that they're kind of missing. And I think they just scored again, so it's 3-0. Domi again? Woohoo! Domi. See, maybe Julian was right. Domi needs to be at center. Maybe. Personally, I don't think it's a big problem. I think Suzuki will be fine on the wing. And if they're connecting now like this, Domi, Suzuki, the assist, hey, I'm good for that all season. Hey, Peter, have a good night if you're leaving. I'm going to be going soon too anyway. Hey, Dean Leland. Okay, cool. Sorry, it's near the end of the stream. I'll probably go a few minutes into the intermission. I know it just ended. I've got 20 seconds or something left on there. But hey, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. And we're here every Saturday, half hour before the game. And if you haven't been for a while, and I haven't seen you there for a while, every Habs game, I stream the first period. So if you didn't know that, you want to, next game, whatever game, I'm streaming the first period. And like I said, Saturdays we're here. See if there's anything that... damn, I wanted to update the hockey pool. We'll do it next time. It's not a problem. I talked about... I want to remind you, tomorrow is going to be the rankings video for the player rankings. That's tomorrow. I'm going to start working on it after the game. And I talked about everything else. Oh, and my podcast. Please, if you haven't watched the podcast, check that out. It's in my category list. It got very few views. I'm a little disappointed, but check out the podcast. It's there. And a new name for the podcast is now called The Penalty Box. The Penalty Box. So look for that. And yeah, what have I missed now? Yeah, I'm hoping Domi gets back to scoring again, because look, he's been kind of dormant lately. So maybe he really did need to go back to center, and that kicked him back into gear, because that 2 goals is nice so far. First period, there's still 2 periods left. He might get a hat trick here. That would be really nice. And I really didn't want to see him have a big fall off from last year's points. So I'm hoping that it was just a slump, and he's back. You don't want to? Well, look, you don't have to use it. Are you going to abuse it? Is that why you're saying don't? I'll take you off. It's not a problem. But if it's just that you don't want to use it, then don't use it. But if you think you're going to abuse it, then I'm going to take you out of there. Yeah, Dean, it does happen, unfortunately. That's it. How does a player, where's my thought going? How do they handle being in a slump? How do they handle it, and how do they get out of it? That's really a good test of character. So it's nice to see him break out here. After got to be a good 5-6 games, maybe longer, that he's been kind of quiet. Okay, so Hab Nation, I will go remove you from since you're really worried about it. I have removed you from the mods. You're no longer a mod. Hey, back in his old guy's days, being a mod meant something very different. Meant something back in the 60s and early 70s, boy. Being a mod meant you were the cool guy. You were a mod. Cool. I think that's where the I want to say the Who came out of, the mod movement or fad of the 60s. Okay, I can now look at some of these that I might have missed. But I don't know who's still left here. Wow, we still got 9 people in here. So I'm going to go to the bottom of this list, because I was really loaded up way back. So I took you off the mods. Make Dean a mod. I may one day. I have nothing against Dean. He's never done anything wrong. But, once I really am sure, I will make you a mod. I don't know if Dean even wants to be a mod. I don't know. I didn't know if Joe did, but Joe's here all the time. Joe's a really great guy, and I made him a mod. Because he hasn't complained, so. Yeah, but Joe, it wasn't spelt the same way. M-A-U-D. And in Quebec with an E. M-A-U-D-E. And because I'm always referring back to my age, and whoever's still here that's old, you'll remember this. And then there's mod. I just kind of sang for you guys. That's bad. No. Bad, Rick. Bad, Rick. Don't sing. You guys aren't going to like that. Yeah, that was a big show. It was a spin-off of All in the Family, mod. It was a different day and age. Guys, you would laugh at some of the things that were in our TV shows back in the day. You would laugh because they couldn't get away with some of it that they do now. the racism, the bigotry. Oh my God. That's why I don't agree with Don Cherry. I'm not a bigot. I'm not a conservative. I'm not right-wing. But I understand where he came from. It's not to say it's right, but he's an old guy. He came from a lot of that garbage. I said it in my podcast there, how I grew up around all that. So you have to give a guy like that a chance to apologize and move forward and learn something from that, because to him that's normal, and he's never been called on it. So I didn't, and I made a point on Twitter, a tweet I put out. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but the point was that he's got a podcast now, Don Cherry. So if you're interested, look for it. He's got a podcast. So I said, does he have a podcast? Am I going to listen to it? No, I'm not. I didn't watch the Hockey Night in Canada for Don Cherry. I used to a long time ago, but I don't anymore. But the point I made was, if Don Cherry can't have a podcast, then I can't have a podcast, and neither can you. It's called free speech. And it's true. If we can't have free speech, then we don't have anything. Someone might say something wrong, but we have the ability to not listen to that. We don't have to ruin a person's life because they said the wrong thing. They should be able to apologize. It gets ridiculous. Not that some of the people don't. Some people really deserve it. So if they do it again and again, then they deserve to be shunned. I agree. But I mean, it's just, I want to be able to go out and say what I say. I'm sure a lot of right-wing people won't like some of the things I say or some of my views. Do they get to say that I'm not allowed to talk here on YouTube? So I don't know how we got on Don Cherry, but more Don Cherry. If you go look at my podcast, I did a podcast where I opened up about Don Cherry. Glenn S. You haven't been here for a while, if I'm correct. Or I'm either having a senior moment on your name, Glenn, or I forget that you used to come in here and we talked. I don't know, but something's so familiar that I'm going, why do I... anyway, I'm having a senior moment. That's all it is. Suzuki's going to have a 5-point night. I would love that. I've been talking about Suzuki since last year, how good he's going to be, I've identified a player that's here in Montreal that I think is going to be elite, and it's been years since we could do that. It's so nice to see it actually come to fruition. And I believe in this kid. I really do. So, Jean-Claude, I don't think Glenn S. is new to this channel. And Rodney, I think I've seen you up here, Rodney. Anyway, welcome in, everybody. The thing is, I'm literally running overtime because the second period's about to come up, and I kind of need to pee. And I only usually go through the first period, but it's really great to have everybody in here. That's why I'm kind of staying in. I'm having a lot of fun tonight. Same thing with the last one I did. I don't know. I guess it's turned the corner. I'm having a lot more fun. I guess I'm more relaxed on these live streams than I was even a few weeks ago. I don't know. Okay, Glenn. Okay, that's why. Because I know you. We've talked before. That's why it's... and you've been gone for a while. Told you, senior moment. No, seriously, for a sec I'm going, Glenn S. Very familiar. Then all of a sudden, I'm not sure. So yeah, hey, welcome back. Welcome back. I appreciate that you came back in. Hey, Jean-Claude, I'm glad you came and checked me out. I'm glad you had fun. Come back in, I'm not sure when the next game is. I'm assuming Tuesday? But next game, I'm here. Game after that, I'm here. Next Saturday, guess what? I'm also here. I keep faith. Yeah, Quadrophenia, that was basically about the mod movement, wasn't it? Quadrophenia, the big Who. It was one of those concept albums. And there was a film about it too. It might have even been, the film might have been a movie or a documentary about it. I'm not sure, but I think it was actually a movie. Hey, Randy, haven't seen you for a while. Thanks for coming in. I'm doing great. Hope you are too. And thing is, as you can see by the time that we're here, oh, you might not be able to see that, but I'm like over. The game's about to start, second period, and I got to kind of get back to it. So I'm kind of going to sign off here. I'm really sorry for everybody that came in late. I'm really kind of sorry. I mean, not that I did anything, but I feel bad that I have to leave now, but I want to see this here. Seeing Kyle Dubas made during the intermission. Looks like he shed his specs. Whoops. I guess he's trying to turn a new leaf. That's a good one, Glenn. That's a good one. Everybody read Glenn S.'s comment. That's really funny. It brings me back to the old time with my friends. Well, that's the idea. That's really kind of the idea for here. I know I'm a little old, so the young guys might not feel it. But the idea is basically I'm just talking to you. So whoever you are on the other end, that's who I'm talking to. And yeah, we're just old friends talking hockey. Maybe that's what I should call the channel. But Talking Habs is that's what we talk about. So I'm losing my voice here, guys. Okay, so I am kind of going to sign off here. After the game, I will know. I'm doing the live. Randy, I guess you haven't been here for a bit. I'm doing the live streams now. Half hour before the game I start, I go right through the end of the first period. That's how it turned out. That seems to be what everybody is enjoying more. So that's what I'm doing. So there won't be a live stream after the game. There will be a review either right after the game if I get it done right away. Depends. Sometimes I don't feel it till the morning. Or it'll be out in the morning. So sorry about that. Hope you'll be back next week. And like I said, every single game, first period I live stream. So hope to see you guys all there. Thanks everybody for coming in. Thanks for watching me. Thanks for following me. Thanks for everything, guys. I'll see you on the next stream. Stream came out. I'll see you on the next video. And that's it. So go Habs, go! Bye, y'all.